What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and in today's video I'll be discussing the results from Concacaf match day 4 of the 2022 World Cup qualifiers. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Yeah, let's get into this. All right, so USA 2, Jamaica 0, Honduras 0, Costa Rica 0, Mexico 1, Canada 1, El Salvador 1, Panama 0. My predictions for these games were Honduras 1, Costa Rica 1, so I did get that draw right, not the exact score. I did predict Panama to beat El Salvador 2-0, and El Salvador proved me wrong and picked up a home win, so congrats to El Salvador. For the Mexico-Canada game, I did predict Mexico to beat Canada 2-1. Canada picked up a point, so you gotta give it to the Canucks here. And I did predict the USA to beat Jamaica 3-1. It ended in a 2-0 win. So we're going to get into these fixtures. I'm going to give you my thoughts, and I'm going to just discuss the matters of the game as best as I could. I have notes here. It was very difficult watching all 4 matches. As you should know, games are overlapping and things like that. And some of us have families, you know what I mean? And yeah, it is a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. So what we're going to start with first is the game between Honduras and Costa Rica. Since that game is a 0-0 draw, we could just talk about that really quick. Not much to actually talk about in this game. But there was an early goal scored by Costa Rica that was chalked off for offside. Just want to make that one clear. Kendall Waston with a header, big save by Luis Lopez. It ended 0-0. After the first half whistle, and it ended 0-0 full time. But just want to, note some really good saves. Really good saves pulled off by Keylor Navas, man, to just keep Costa Rica alive in this match, because I'm telling you, Honduras dominated. They dominated this game. They were at home, full crowd in the stadium, and it was just a total dominance. Costa Rica did get a few look-ins here and there, but overall they played more on the back foot. They were more defensive, and Honduras were the team in the ascendancy for most of the game. And for them, it was a boost getting Albert Ellis back in the team. Look, it was a big incident in the 89th minute. Double save by Keylor Navas from a free kick. And I don't know how that didn't go in, man. You got to give it to Keylor Navas. So not much more to talk about in terms of this game. We don't have any goals to talk about, but just look at the stats here. When I tell you Honduras dominated, they did. They did. 24 shots at goal, 5 on target. You could say that they were very wasteful, but also give Costa Rica some credit for not giving them the clearest of opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. And whenever they did get the clear opportunities, Keylor Navas was there to actually foil. So very good stats by Honduras, though. 68% of the ball, 461 passes with an 80% pass accuracy. Where they talk about the shots at goal already. Pretty wasteful if you ask me. Committed 9 fouls, 7 corners, not able to score any goals. In contrast to Costa Rica, toothless in the final third with only 4 shots at goal, 1 on target. And that 1 shot on target was pretty early in the match, that shot that Luis Lopez had to pull off the save from the Kendall Waston header. And it was like nothing else to actually talk about. 32% of the ball, 224 passes, 64% pass accuracy, 17 fouls. So it was a very physical affair, man. Very physical affair. But teams couldn't separate themselves. Costa Rica would actually walk away the happier of the 2 teams, going to Honduras and picking up a point. And I did talk about a point apiece for both these teams not being a very good result, because if we scroll down and we take a quick look at the table, they are down there. 3 points each, only above Jamaica. 4 matches played, with El Salvador with that win leapfrogging them. So Costa Rica and Honduras has a lot of work to do in terms of this World Cup qualifying campaign. And I actually fancy both teams initially to do well. And I did fancy Costa Rica to get that playoff spot. Honduras, yeah, maybe about fifth or so. But it seems like these two teams are going to definitely struggle this time around. And with that being said, you have teams like El Salvador, Canada looking bright, even Panama, despite the loss, looking bright. The USA looking to get back to the big event again. And Mexico, they're always there, ever present. So not much more to add in terms of this game. I will touch on the next fixtures when I'm done wrapping up all 4 results. So all the best to Honduras and Costa Rica. Both teams have been pretty subpar so far in World Cup qualifiers with 3 draws apiece and a loss apiece. No wins yet. They haven't tasted victory. So with that being said, we are going to move on to the next match. We're not going to linger here. As Elephant Man said, not linger, okay? We're not lingering at all. So let's move on to the next game. El Salvador 1, Panama 0. Damn. What a game, man. What a game. So this goal was scored in the 37th minute by Enrico Duenas. It says Hernandez there, but his name is Enrico Duenas. And I got to give it to El Salvador, man. I really got to give it to them. I don't have much notes here, but there was a chance in the 22nd minute by Rivas, saved by Mejia. Very, very good build up to that play, and very good save by Mejia. And I think if it wasn't for Luis Mejia, who I've been criticizing a lot in 2021, it could have got worse for Panama. I really don't know what happened to Panama, though. Seriously. Really don't know what happened to Panama. In September, I had all good things to say about this team. And in the prediction video, I had all good things to say again. But it seems like Panama are back to their old ways, man. Seriously. Or it might just be a one-off. Because this was not the Panamanian team we saw in September. It was a shadow of that Panamanian team, because I thought that El Salvador would have sat back and, just played for a draw. But they actually played expansive football on the day, and it could have well been a 3-0 or 4-0 win for El Salvador, because Panama, they hardly threatened. The El Salvador goalkeeper hardly had anything to do on the day. But that was a good goal, very, very good goal. And the good shot initially, the rebound from Mejia, and the fight and the perseverance to get the second ball and put it in the back of the net. I have to give it to El Salvador here. They really, really shocked me. They proved me wrong. We know that they are capable because of what they did at the Gold Cup, but the goals had dried up. And this is actually their first goal in World Cup qualifiers, which is absolutely nuts. In their 4th game, and they have picked up their first win. So I like to take the time to just give them a round of applause, man. They deserve it. They really deserve it, man. Hugo Perez, you guys deserve it. You guys have been playing some really attractive football. I like the players that he's been calling up and everything. So it's just testament to the hard work. Really good work done by the El Salvador setup there. If you look at the stats, 10 shots at goal, 4 on target. They had 46% of the ball. 274 passes, a 64% pass accuracy. Nothing really pretty about that. Very cagey game with 39 total fouls, 21 committed by El Salvador. They had 3 corners. But if you look at Panama, 7 shots at goal, none on target. None. The El Salvador goalkeeper, I think his name is Gonzalez, had nothing to do. He had nothing to do. And I'm like, this cannot be the same team. It can't be the same. Let me double check. Here. Is this the same team? Cannot be. Really cannot be, man. It really cannot be, because I don't know what kind of performance Panama put out there today at all. It was an atrocious performance. But I think it looked atrocious because of how well El Salvador played on the day. I have to give it to El Salvador here. I won't be getting deeper into the details and the nitty-gritty here, because it'll take forever. But I have to give it to El Salvador, man. They definitely deserve the win. And it seems like if they are to pick up good results, it's going to be at home. They have 7 games at home. 7 games at home. Let's say they pick up 4 wins, 3 draws. 4 wins, that's 12 points. 3 draws, that's a point each. You can get 15 points. Would 15 points be enough to qualify? I don't think so. But you have to try to do better on the road. So if they perform well at home, pick up results, and they get that odd draw or that odd win on the road, they may even fancy beating Jamaica on the road. You see what I'm saying? Because this team is very, very confident right now. You never know. You never know. So El Salvadorian fans out there, with that win, you guys can hope. Just want to put it out there. You guys can definitely hope. So, look, we're going to move on from this one. Congratulations to El Salvador on picking up their first win of the 2022 Concacaf World Cup qualifiers. As for Panama, they have to get back to the drawing board and come better in their next game. Remember, there's 2 more games in the October international break, so there's a lot to go through. And I'll be coming back with a prediction video pretty soon, but let's just let the results simmer and let's digest these results first before we actually go into predicting the next games. So let's just go back here and move on to the next one. This is a big one. This is a huge one. Mexico 1, Canada 0. I have a good bit of notes from this one, and let's just take a look at the lineup here, because we should notice that there's been some changes to the Mexican lineup with Chucky Lozano back in the team, Raul Jimenez back in the team, a lot of experience from the start in terms of Andres Guardado and Hector Herrera. You see the back line there of Cesar Montes, Nestor Arroyo, and Jesus Gallardo, and Guillermo Ochoa in goal. The goal scorer for Mexico, his name is Sanchez, and what's his name there? I don't know this player that well, but his name is Sanchez. Let me find out his first name. Jorge Sanchez, yeah. This is not a player I'm very, very familiar with. I just want to keep it real. Just going to keep it honest, man. So I know the right back, Rodriguez, that usually, you know, I wasn't expecting a Jorge Sanchez to actually play. But look, this is a great result for Canada. But let's just take a look at their lineup. I think Jonathan David wasn't involved enough on the day. But Jonathan Osorio, very good run for that goal. Alphonso Davies was a menace. Tajon Buchanan was a menace. And Steven Estacio and Mark Anthony Kay was solid in the middle. The game was very, very physical. So, you know, the Canadian defenders had a lot of work to do. Victoria, Kamal Miller, Richie Larea was all over the field, man. Sometimes he's running on the right flank. Sometimes he's running down the left. Alistair Johnson is a feisty young man. Gotta give it to him. And Maxime Crepeau was solid in goal. So, look, Mexico won with Jorge, yeah, his name is right there, right? Jorge Sanchez scoring in the 21st minute. Jonathan Osorio in the 42nd minute, 1-1 at halftime. The game ended just so. So, 15th minute, Tajon Buchanan with a big miss after a rebound. And that was a very good save by Ochoa. But Tajon Buchanan, he had enough time that he could have at least taken a touch and blasted the ball and tested the keeper. But he put it over and, you know, up into Rosette. So that's an opportunity missed there by Canada. And I was actually talking in my Discord group, link in the description. And I was telling the guys, like, when you're playing against a team like Mexico, when you're playing against an opposition that historically is better than you are, you have to take your chances. You have to be very, very clinical. And this is something that we cannot associate with John Herdman's men on the day. They were not clinical. And the same could go for Tata Martino's men Mexico, if they were more clinical, the game would have actually ended in a W for them. You see what I'm saying? Or we would have had a high-scoring draw instead of a low-scoring draw. But Buchanan, you had to put that in the back of the net. And there was another opportunity 3 minutes later for Mexico. A good run by Raul Jimenez. Back fit again with his headband. Sets up Chucky Lozano, but he opened up his body and blasted it into row Z as well. 21st minute, great ball by Chucky Lozano, and it was well taken down by Jorge Sanchez and nutmeg the goalkeeper Crepo to pick up the first goal of the game, and he celebrated like they had just won the World Cup. Remember, fans were back at the stadium as well, and there were some crowd trouble that I'm not really going to get too deep into, but the Mexican fans at the stadium gotta chill, man. Just gotta chill, man. Probably some of the worst behaved fans in world football. Just want to put that out there. Just want to make sure, we get that one clear. But there was a big miss by Alphonso Davies in the 30th minute. I don't know how he didn't score that one, but it was a great ball in from Tajon Buchanan after a brilliant run. The pace on Tajon Buchanan is unbelievable. He has cannons in those legs. And Davies, you got to put that in the back of the net. It goes back to being clinical. If Canada were more clinical, they walk away with 3 points, man. And they haven't beaten Mexico on a lot of occasions. I'm going to let you know the record between Canada and Mexico right now. Like overall record, 33 games, Canada with 3 wins, 1 win coming in World Cup qualifying. So, look, it could have been 2. But, yeah, you could only talk about that in, hindsight right now. Didn't happen. So, look, Canada, another chance. Estacio free kick. And the header was saved by Guillermo Ochoa. So, that was a brilliant free kick there by Estacio. And Canada was threatening, and they got their goal in the 42nd minute through Jonathan Osorio. That ball came in from the right side to Alphonso Davies, and it was just the speed of play, catching the Mexicans off guard. And you had, that sounded funny, right? Off guard? Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Anyways, it caught them off guard, and Jonathan Osorio with that quick run, Alphonso Davies with his creativity, playing him in, and he just put it past Guillermo Ochoa. Really, really good goal, man. Really, really good goal. So, the next big moment in the game I have on the notes, it was the 78th minute when Ochoa made a really good save from a corner to keep Mexico with a point. And I think Canada were the more impressive of the two teams, despite Mexico getting some of their big guns back. You have Jesus Corona, you got Chucky Lozano, Raul Jimenez, Hector Herrera, Andres Guardado on the field, and you still can't beat Canada. What does that tell you? It tells you that this Canadian team is a quality unit that we all have to take note of and keep our eyes on, because, listen, they're doing the business. They're unbeaten so far in World Cup qualifiers in 4 games. They're doing the business when I tell you. They are doing the business. A draw to Honduras, draw to the USA, they beat El Salvador, and now picked up a point against Mexico that would actually feel like a win to Canada. And I know John Herdman is probably saying to his boys, like, listen, boys, I'm happy with the point, but we could have won this. We can't be settling for 1 point. We have to make statements here and pick up all 3 so other teams would know that Canada is here. You see what I'm saying? So I've been really impressed with Canada. I've been so impressed with Canada that I think they will make it to the World Cup. I'm convinced this team will make it to the World Cup once they continue playing like this. At least a playoff spot, man. But look, Mexico, Canada, and the USA, what we learn now in these first 4 games, that the quality is a little bit above the other teams. Panama, I was rating Panama highly, but that loss to El Salvador, it kind of put a dent in their progress so far, and they would have to bounce back. And when I say bounce back, I mean really, really bounce back. So we take a look at the stats for this game. Mexico with 11 shots, 4 on target, 55% of the ball, 379 passes with an 85% pass accuracy. They committed 15 fouls. They had 7 corners. So for Canada, 3 corners, 13 fouls committed, 4 yellow cards picked up to Mexico's 1. 329 passes with a 79% pass accuracy, 45% of the ball. So they had a lot of possession against Mexico. It wasn't like a 70-30. It was a 45%. 8 shots at goal, 4 on target. Brilliant stuff. A better ratio than Mexico. So Mexico a bit wasteful and a bit subpar if you ask me. Mexico right now, we check the table right now. They are second with 8 points. But they have been subpar in all of their performances. Not gonna lie. This is back-to-back draws. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable from the so-called best team in the Concacaf region. Right? Am I right? They're now second in the table. Behind the USA. Mexico do not like to be behind the USA. And they have been behind the USA all 2021 in terms of losing the Gold Cup final and losing the Nations League final. And now they're behind the USA again on goal difference in the octagonal table. So, look, still a job so far with 8 points in 4 games. But Mexico could have done a lot better, in my opinion. Definitely. Got to give it to the Canucks, Canada, the Canucks. 6 points in 4 games, 3 draws and a win. That was actually the 3rd draw. They did pick up a win against El Salvador, so they need a couple more W's to get that keep that momentum actually going, because they're building up a really good head of steam there. So 3rd, decent. They're not more than decent. What am I saying? Decent? This is great. They're actually in a qualification spot right now. So they would actually want to stay there. That would be their goal before every game. Let's get something to stay where we're at or go higher. So with that being said, let's move on to the last game. And then we will, after the last game, get into the fixtures that's coming up for the next match day, which would be match day 5. Look, USA 2, Jamaica 0. Let's take a quick look at the lineup, man. Greg Berhalter put out the second youngest ever U.S. men's national team lineup ever fielded in World Cup qualifiers. So it was men against boys, basically, in terms of Jamaica coming up against the USA. Because, Jamaica, they got more experienced players in their team, like a Blake, a Lowe, Mariappa, Kemal Lawrence. These guys are up there. You see what I mean? They have other young guys, but Javon Watson, he's up there, man. You see what I mean? So Speedy Williams is about 28, 29 as well. And Bobby Reed, and, he's not no spring chicken. But the other guys like McGee and Nicholson, still young. Low, not sure. I think he's about 25. Powell is about maybe 26, 27 last time I checked. But this Jamaican team, I was saying to myself, these guys are only bad for the Jamaica. They only bad at home. They only bad a yard. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's a baller, man. That guy's a baller. Oh, man, that guy's nice. He's a baller. But what's going on? What is going on? You see what I'm saying? Just think about it. What is going on? You're playing against kids. Talented kids, but you're playing against kids, Jamaica. You got to perform a lot better. This is unacceptable. I just got to put it out there. It's unacceptable. But you look at the lineup that Greg Berhalter put out here. Look, it's not the most solid lineup. He did tinker with the lineup still, but I like that he continued with Pepe, and it paid off. He scored both goals in the game. Brendan Aronson has been a menace, so he got to stick with him. Really, really good call up by Greg Berhalter. Got to give him the credit. And to stick with Aronson, who's a live wire, kudos to him. Paul Arriola, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? He still haven't scored an international goal the last time I checked. So I don't know about him, but Yunus Musa, oh my God. This guy was solid in the midfield. Weston McKennie coming back after his 2-game ban is showing some maturity. He was live in the game. And the backline of Des Zimmerman and the Robinson brothers from another mother was actually really good on the day. Matt Turner in goal looked really, really assured as well. I was actually surprised when I saw Matt Turner in goal, seeing that I think Zach Steffen is fit again. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn, oh man, my boy Zach is on the bench now. But Giassi Zardes, Luca De La Torre, and Tim Weah, Shaq Elmore, Kellen Acosta came off the bench for Jamaica Javanese, Junior Flemings, Kimar Roof, and Javane Brown. They didn't really do nothing, though. Just want to put that out there. So, look, the USA 2, Pepe in the 49th minute and the 62nd minute. You got to give it to Jamaica, though. They rode their luck, and the game was 0-0 at halftime. But in terms of the nitty-gritty here, just to get into the details, get into my notes, that was a really, really good TIFO, a World Cup TIFO by the folks down in Austin, Texas. And that was actually the first time a World Cup qualifying game was hosted by the Texans. So you got to give it to them. They came out in their numbers. And I think this was strategically done to put the game in Texas where there's a lot of, USA supporters, not many Jamaicans. You see what I'm saying? Very scanty in the crowd. So you're not going to put it in like the tri-state area, the MetLife Stadium, that you're going to have a whole lot of Jamaicans in the stadium and give Jamaica the strength there. No, you put it in Texas. You see what I'm saying? Put it in Texas where it's hot. And there's not a lot. There's Jamaicans everywhere, but I don't think there's a big Jamaican population in Texas like they are in New Jersey and New York and Connecticut. Like, come on. That's where I'm from, so I know. You see what I'm saying? Trust me, know what I'm talking about. So, USA 2. Pepe, what a player. But, we go back here. First minute, 30 seconds into the game, maybe 20 seconds, already action, already drama. Paul Arriola fouled by Kemal Lawrence. The young referees put on the pressure immediately. This is a high-stake game. So if it's a high-stake game, we might be asking ourselves right now, why isn't there VAR? You know what I'm saying? Concacaf should have put this in place to visit the smaller stadiums in El Salvador and Jamaica and Panama and get this thing done. And stop making excuses about, the USA, Canada, and Mexico has the infrastructure to actually take care of that, but other nations don't. Make it happen. Put it in place. You see what I'm saying? Because this is World Cup qualifiers where a lot is at stake, and these are big decisions that needs to be decided properly and not guess. Because I actually think Kemal Lawrence got really, really lucky here. He got lucky because if it was a foul, and he was the last man, even though Paul Arriola would not have scored, I think. He was the last man. Come on. It's a red card. It's a red card. It is a red card offense. I have to, listen, I don't want to be nice here. Kemal Lawrence, you're lucky. You should have been sent off 20 seconds in the game. But Jamaica got lucky. He got a yellow. Played under pressure with that yellow for the rest of the game, but should have got sent off. 11th minute, Tyler Adams got his mouth busted after Tyreek McGee pushed him off and then got a really nice shot at goal. That was a brilliant shot. If that had went in, that would have been spectacular. One of the goals of the World Cup qualifying campaign so far. But Tyler Adams got to chill himself sometimes. He's a little over the top. He got to calm. I know it's good to be feisty and have that fighting spirit and all, but Tyler, you need to chill, bro. Just want to put that out there. 33rd minute, Brendan Aronson played in by Arriola. Low fouls, according to the referee, and same situation like the Kemal Lawrence situation, 20 seconds in, yellow card given, foul given, no red. No VAR to actually look it over or anything. My opinion here, I know a lot of people are saying it's a red. This is not a red. I don't even think this should have been given a foul. That one should not have been given a foul, because if you go back and you look, Brendan Aronson did kick the ball a little, and Damian Lowe. Oh, I just realized there were 2 Lows on the field here. But Damian Lowe actually got contact on the ball and then got contact on Brendan Aronson. So if you really understand what's going on, Aronson lost control of the ball when he allowed the ball to get away from him, and not Nandy Lowe either, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Lowe, the defender, I'm running a blank right now. Damian Lowe got a foot to the ball. So I think if you look, if VAR was there, it would have said no foul. So I don't think that one was a red card at all. But when you're watching the game on TV, on ESPN, and you have these pundits like Casey Keller and Jermaine Jones and that other guy who don't even know what he's talking about, can't even remember his name, and even the commentators, it's all pro USA. Pro USA, not pro Jamaica. Remember who's signing the checks, okay? A US-based company, not a Jamaican company, not another company. So everything is going to sound really biased when you're watching the games in America. Really, really biased. It sucks, but it's just the way it is. So you're never going to really get the truth and the honest opinions, because if you be too honest, they might say, hey, man, I don't know, man. We don't want you here no more. See what I'm saying? So a lot of pressure on the ref, and I think the ref made the right decisions at the end of the day, seeing that he doesn't have VAR to his disposal. So guess what, man? Just give the benefit of the doubt to the defender and let the game play. You see what I'm saying? So Jamaica riding their luck there in the first half. The first half ended 0-0, and they could have came back in the second half and put out an even better showing, keep on riding their luck, and maybe pick up a point or 3 points from the game, but we know that didn't happen. In terms of the USA, I don't think they were imaginative enough in the first half. They didn't feed the ball to Pepe enough, and you didn't have enough of those crosses into the box to actually bother the Jamaican defenders. Even though they were kept busy, nothing to show for it. You see what I mean? But that changed really fast in the second half, where I think Greg Berhalter probably said to his boys, like, boys, you need to put the ball in the box. You're not playing well, okay? We can't afford to drop points to Jamaica here. It'll be embarrassing. This Jamaican team can hurt us. All right? So get your act together, go out there, and get the ball in the back of the net. And they did so. It was an attack down the center, more right-sided, but through the center, you know what I mean, more towards the right side. And it was Dest and Musa linking up. And then Dest crossing into the box where the Jamaican defenders couldn't stop that cross from coming in, and no one was tight enough to Ricardo Pepe, who headed into the back of the net past Andre Blake, who didn't have a clue. So if more of those balls were put in to Pepe, who's a very tall kid, he's only 18 years old, he's a Texan as well, so he was, in his home state, must have felt good, fans screaming your name and things like that. And he scored his second goal in as many games, and that was actually a record. One of the youngest players to do so. And good goal. As soon as the USA scored, I'm like, Jamaica has to respond, but Jamaica were pretty impotent throughout the second half. Not much creativity. They played without the ball for most of the second half, and they were struggling. They were really, really struggling, because the USA came back in the second half and they were on a mission. Musa, he had a shot saved by Blake. That was a very, very good build-up play. And then the second goal came in the 62nd minute. Really good attack down the left. Aronson played in. Alvis Powell basically just watching him run by. Alvis, I don't know why. I heard some people rate Alvis. I don't rate Alvis Powell, man. Alvis Powell ain't that good. He ain't that good, man. He ain't that good. He's very rash. Him and O'Neal Fisher, they not that good, man. I just want to put it out there. I don't mean to be too harsh on the Jamaican team, but some of these guys are not as good as you guys think they are. And they're getting exposed slowly but surely. All right? So, Powell, you got to step your game up, man. Really good play by the USA. Really good ball in by Aronson. And nobody, again, picking up Pepe. Damian Lowe stretching. Can't get the ball. Can't intercept the ball. And Pepe just running in, putting it into the back of the net. Goal number 2. Space. So much space like Cube Smart. You see what I mean? So, yeah. USA dominant. Quite a few subs were made. I did touch on the subs already. They were made. Freshen things up. Tim Weah came on. Zardes came on. De La Torre came on. Shaq Moore came on. And they look bright, man. These guys look bright. Tim Weah with a good run and a cross to Zardes, who missed the ball completely. I think it had too much zip on it. But Weah looked really, really good, though. Looked really, really good. Jamaica, up until that point, no look-ins at all in the second half. 83rd minute, Anthony Robinson. He had a really good shot saved by Blake at his near post there. And then there was a great opportunity for Zardes to put the ball in the back of the net from close range. But his shot was pulled off the line by both Damian Lowe and Andre Blake. That was pretty close. Could have been a third. And then Shaman Nicholson, late in the game, the 93rd minute, had a great opportunity to bag a consolation goal or even make the game tricky towards the end there for the USA, but he blasted it wide. Really good ball down by Kemal Lawrence, and Nicholson, he couldn't do anything with it. He just took his shot way too quick and wasted opportunity. And Jamaica outplayed once again. Look, let's just take a look at the stats here. Take a look at the stats really quick before we wrap things up. The USA 17 shots at goal, 7 on target, 62% of the ball. Look at the passing accuracy. 510 passes attempted, 86% pulled off. 12 fouls committed to Jamaica's 8, 7 corners to Jamaica's 2. Jamaica had, they passed the ball pretty well. I like, they move around the ball pretty well. 75% of their 320 passes. They had 38% of the ball. 5 shots at goal with 1 on target. So, didn't test their goalkeeper enough. And that 1 shot on target, I think that was the Jamal Lowe weak left-footed shot that he got off. There was a shot by Tyreek McGee, a shot by... what's his name there? Shaman Nicholson, and I can't remember the other shots. But guys like Decadova Reed got to step up, man. Bobby Reed, you got to step up, bro. You haven't done anything so far in World Cup qualifiers. You got to step up. I think Jamaica probably missed the services of Corey Burke, missed, Mikel Antonio's presence. We will wait and see what he could have done. Leon Bailey injured, you know what I mean? So they're handicapped. Tapper Whitmore, kind of inept. I don't know, man. It's looking rough. It's looking really rough. We take a look at the table right here for, the Concacaf region, man. Let's take a look at the table right here. And the standings are as follows. USA on top with 8 points, man. So congratulations to the USA. Back-to-back wins down in San Pedro Sula. Now at home to take them on top, 8 points. And to be ahead of Mexico is always a great, great morale boost. Still unbeaten in the table. Mexico second on 8 points. Still unbeaten, but 2 draws in the last 2 comparing to USA's 2 wins. Canada solid with 6 points. A win, 3 draws. Panama with a win, 2 draws, and a loss to El Salvador, who are right behind Panama in 5th. So the El Salvadorians are dreaming right now that they could actually, who knows, qualify to the World Cup again. They're in 5th. They're in the mix. They're in 5th, man. Costa Rica, 3 points, 6th, and Honduras, 3.6. They need to get their act together. They need to win. And they need to win fast. And Jamaica down at the bottom with 1 point. So let's take a look at the fixtures. Let's just go back here and take a look at the fixtures that's coming up Sunday, October the 10th. And we have Panama hosting the USA, Jamaica hosting Canada, Costa Rica hosting El Salvador, Mexico hosting Honduras. And then on Wednesday, we have more games with USA playing Costa Rica, Canada hosting Panama, Honduras hosting Jamaica, and El Salvador hosting Mexico. And then, of course, there's matches in November that we'll get into next time around. So I have to come back and do a review like this 2 more times in October and do 2 more prediction videos. So this is part of the Concacaf project. I only do this in-depth analysis of the Concacaf region. When I do my World Cup qualifiers daily, I go into the other matches, but I don't go this in-depth, like in terms of the other confederation. Concacaf deserves special treatment. And it's 2:23 a.m. right now. I got to go to bed. I got things to do in the morning. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you're new. For everyone, Dominic Rich. Good luck to all the teams. Peace out. Rich Squad.